Hey, this is Mr. Simmons, and this video is intended to help my virtual students with IED and OnShape. So today, or this week, we started a new section, or at least a new software program with Fusion 360. So if we go into modules, that's for my sub day tomorrow. Only applies to 6th period M through Z, but this is for the 1.2.2 Fusion 360 construction, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new assignment and assign this video to you guys so you guys can complete this assignment. So Fusion 360 is for desktops only. I'm working on a way through Amazon to get you access to it, but it's taking longer than I thought. So we're going to use an online computer animated design system called OnShape. So what we're going to do is go ahead and Google search OnShape. All right, and this is here to go through 1.2.2 3D solid modeling. So our goals are to build a 3D computer model to represent a physical object and to build a 3D computer model to represent a design idea. So we're going to try to make a couple different shapes using CAD software, 3D modeling software, and we're going to be using OnShape here. So what I'd like you to do is read through this at some point, make sure you understand what's going on. Think about why it's important to organize your files into project folders and use a consistent naming convention. So please fill that out. 3D modeling approaches. This was in our reading guide. So we have subtractive, we had an additive, and it's two different methods to get to the same final object. So subtractive, we're taking away things. Additive, we're adding things. I have found it's easier. I have been doing additive so far. So I'm still fairly new. So we're going to create a cube. We're going to create a cylinder, and we're going to create a triangular prism. All right, and so when you're done, think about describing your approach to how you 3D model an object. Are you subtractive or additive? You may not know yet. Think about why it's important to find tutorials and resources for 3D modeling software that you are using to guide your 3D modeling efforts. That's what we're doing right now. This is what I did in class where my master teacher would make videos for me. We want to think why it's important to use the correct terminology when talking about modeling. And then why is it important to save your 3D models inside the correct project? So we're definitely going to be creating some folders and making sure we are being neat and tidy with that. So let's go ahead and fulfill our obligations to get this job done. So we'll refresh that, so I'll reload. So you will want to have this open at some point. You're going to use this document that's down here that's taking a long time to load for me. And you'll pop that out and you'll submit everything in there. So we'll get back to that in a second. Here it comes. Let's open this up and see what we need to do. So virtual students, you'll be using OnShape instead of Fusion 360. So we're going to make the following shapes. We're going to use the snip tool and copy and paste that in. So that's what one of them looks like. So we're going to make a cube, a cylinder, a triangular prism, and then your choice. Make something cool. So I want you to spend 20 to 30 minutes designing something that's cool. All right, something you like, so it's student choice. All right, so we'll go to Google. We're going to Google OnShape. Now you're going to have to create an account through OnShape. Click on this. So one of the best things to do if you have two computers. Now I have a laptop and I have a desktop, and so I would be watching this on my laptop and then doing this on my desktop. My left hand controlling the video, my right hand controlling the creation. So you have to create an account. I'm going to sign in. Make sure you do not do the professional option. You might have to create an account through Try OnShape Professional. I am not sure, but I have the option to sign in right now. So go ahead and create an account, sign in. Mine's going to remember me and pause this video right now. All right, so we need to create some folders for our class. So we're going to create one overarching folder for all of our class. And so we'll go to create, and we're going to create a folder, and that folder should be IED Simmons. So the class we're in, and then the teacher. All right, so that's our big folder right there. We can create other folders, but we're going to create folders within folders. So everything we do for this class is going to be inside this folder. So I'm going to double click on that. You can see now we're within that folder, and I need to create more folders. So here, maybe we create one for the assignment. We're in 1.2.2 OnShape construction. 1.2.2 OnShape construction. All right. We'll create that. Now we're in this folder. We're going to click on it again, and we're creating folders and folders so we can easily find things. So here we're going to do all our work for 1.2.2. So I'm going to go ahead and create a document, an on document. So we'll hit that. We're going to title it. Let's title it Cube. There we go. Now, what we can do, if we wanted to, we can go back to here. We can go back to here. And then within this, we know we're in 1.2.2 because we can see the arrows here. I have one document named Cubed. Let's create one called Cylinder. And I just hit this OnShape button, go back to here. We're still in this folder. We can switch around if we wanted to. Let's create one called Triangular Prism. Triangular 3D triangle. Pyramid, kind of. Not really a pyramid. So we got that. Go back to here and then create one called My Choice. All right, so we create all our documents. That's always a smart thing to do ahead of time. It just keeps us nice and neat and ready to go. So let's go ahead and start with the cube. All right, so we're here with the cube. And if you look around, there's a couple different things we can do. We can see the X, Y, and Z planes right here. This right over here, I can click on that and kind of move it around, manipulate it. I have this, so that was a left click. I have a drop-down menu here. I can change different things here. The only one I've used so far is isometric. I'm brand new to OnShape. So, and if you look, this is the isometric view we drew earlier with the top, the front, and the right. If I left click it, the great thing about OnShape I do like, it's a simple way to orbit. All right, so if I want to go in and out, that's my mouse wheel. But if I right click, I can easily orbit. Now it's easy to get mixed up here, and you can see how that's orbiting right here. If I want to go back to my isometric view, I can just click on this. You can try a few of these. I don't know what they do. I don't know how that's different. I haven't been taught that yet. Trimetric, isometric. Okay, just little different versions of the same thing. All right, so let's create a cube. So we have a lot of different functions up here that I see are very similar to Fusion 360. So hopefully it's going to be easy for me and easy for you. So let's go ahead and click on Sketch. We're going to make a new sketch. And we have this little history button right here. We might have to use that later. We'll see. And it's going to ask us to sketch it on a plane. So I'm going to select, I like to select top plane almost always. And I'm going to select it. All right. So I have now my top plane. If you look up here, we have different options up here now. I can create polygons and lines, a spline, I'm not sure what that is, text, lots of different things. Today we're going to be using the line feature, the corner rectangle, and the circle. So I actually like center point rectangle instead of the corner because I like to start in the origin. All right, so I'm going to start in the origin. I'm left clicking now. I'm going to draw it out and release. And now I have a square. I wanted to make this a cube, so I'm gonna make it 2 by 2 by 2. So I'm just gonna hit 2 right now, and it changes that one. I'm gonna hit enter, and it automatically switches to the other one. Hit 2, hit enter, and so enter. Now I have my square. Now, if you look around, right now it's two-dimensional. I can right click and kind of drag it around. We can see it's flat. All right. Now I'm going to try something I haven't tried yet. Without clicking this, I'm going to click on extrude. So it's going to pop up and say, tell me what it is. It's to create, add, or subtract to make something three-dimensional. And so basically I can draw it out and make this cube into a square, or a square into a cube. So I'm going to click on it, and it automatically guesses that I want to drag it up because I'm on the top plane. But I can actually grab this arrow, I believe, and I can go down. I can go up. So I'm just going to go up for my top plane. And if you look over here on the left, I have 2 inches. All right, so I'm going to hit 2 and hit enter. There's my cube. I'm going to go ahead and check this. And now I am done. I have finished my sketch, and that is my first thing. Let's go ahead and get into isometric views. There we go. So now I need to submit this. So let's go down here to your search engine for your computer and hit snip. And you should have a snipping tool. You can see I've already done it with a little bit of practice. So let's do that one more time, S-N-I-P. And I get the snipping tool. Now I want to make sure I'm in mode rectangular snip. That's my favorite. I don't use anything else. I'm gonna hit new, and I'm gonna drag off over here. And I look, I have a little crosshair there. So whatever, I'm gonna left click, drag it around, and whatever's in that window is gonna be super easy to cut and paste over, copy and paste over. So, excuse me, I'm gonna right click on it. I'm gonna hit copy, click on my document, and I'm gonna hit right click again and hit paste. Hey, there's my cube, my first submission. All right, let's go ahead and now when you do a cylinder and a triangular prism. So let's try those real quick. So let's get out of the cube. It saves it automatically. So let's go ahead and hit OnShape, go to documents. And I can see I'm still in my 1.2.2 and I have my cube now. So let's make a cylinder. All right, so I start out the same position I was before. I am in my isometric view and I need to make a new sketch. So let's go up to here to sketch, click on sketch. Now I need to sketch on a certain plane. Once again, I like to start in the top plane. And so it's not necessarily the top of the whole thing. It's just the one, it's just my X. It's my left to right plane. All right, so I think I can click, I'm just gonna click on this. I like to do it like this first. So I get to the top and then I select on the top. That's the way I think it is best done in my experimentation. So we'll go ahead and go up here. Now we will click a cylinder. I'm gonna do, we have ellipses, that's kind of cool. 3-point cylinder or center point cylinder or a circle. So I'm gonna go ahead and select on center point circle, select on the middle, and let's get a cylinder here. Let's make this all 2s today. So 2, that's my diameter, 2 inches. There I am. So now let's go ahead and extrude that. I'm gonna right click and get it a little bit different angle so I can see what's going on a little bit better. Right click on it, now I have this. Let's go ahead and click on extrude. Click on this, and automatically it knows, it's intuitive. It knows I want to go up because I'm on the top plane. Now I can drag it down. I can grab this arrow right here and drag it down, drag it up, but I can just leave it like that. It knows what I want to do. So I'm just going to come over here and change the depth. And once again, go on 2. Make it all 2s. All right, hit enter. Now I have my cylinder. I'm going to go ahead and hit green and finish my sketch. Let's go ahead and get an isometric view to submit it. And let's go ahead and clip that out. All right, so go back to here, hit new, right click, copy, go back to here, left click, right click, and then I'm gonna paste it in. All right, and control V paste. So there's my cylinder. All right, getting good at this. It was pretty easy. All right, so let's go back to OnShape. And my cylinder doesn't show up yet, but if I click on it now and then go back, boom, it remembers what it looks like. So let's create a triangular prism. So this is new to me on here. So I'm pretty sure I know how to do this. So let's go ahead and hit sketch. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the top plane. I want to sketch in the top. Let's go ahead and select it. Now I get my different options. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select a line. So let's see if this works. I'm going to select line, and I'm going to draw a triangle. I could do and describe polygon. There's a way to do that too, but this is the way I did it in Fusion 360. So let's see if we can get this done. We got a line here. Let's make that 2. And then I'm going to do a line here. I'm going to make that 2 if I can. Kind of messing up here now. Escape from line. Let's go ahead and do a line here. Maybe I have to draw another one. A line here. And it's not quite 2. It's not that big a deal. I'm going to go ahead and hit escape to get rid of that line. and get out of there. There we go. So it's not quite what I wanted. I wanted a 2x2x2, but I'm new at this. You're new at this. Let's give ourselves some grace. All right. So let's go ahead and make this a triangular prism. So I have my triangle. I'm going to go ahead and right click on it and rotate it so I can see some depth here when I get to it. Let's go to extrude, select on what I want to extrude. Boom, right there. It already knows what I want to do. All right, that's really cool. So let's go over here and hit this. Give it 2 inches and then select OK. And let's get our isometric view. There we go. Snip tool, snip that out, copy. Let's go back to here. Let's snip that in. All right, so I have my 3 forms. Now what I would like you to do is go back to OnShape and create something cool. So I'm going to see if I can pull up one of my students' designs in Fusion 360 and see if you can match it. Just 1 second. Well, here's an example of one of my students built. I could not find the house. It looks like they built some kind of wedge of cheese with this little block out. So there's a lot of cool things you can do back in OnShape, I guess. This is a little bit new to me. Revolve. You can make tubes and sweep, and so I recognize that. Linear pattern. So just experiment, see what you can make. Fillet means to kind of like round off, or chamfer means to square off right here. So there's a lot of cool things you can do. So just spend like 15-20 minutes messing around and create something cool and submit that for this one right here. Your choice, create something cool. Thanks, guys. Get that done. That shouldn't take too long to get done. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. And all this stuff, anything you make on here, you can 3D print. So that's where we're getting to. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.